on Friday the 11th, and it was a 2-hour-long town hall where we had some really good questions asked by students, and the town hall went really, really well actually, because we had an anonymous component to it where students could submit questions anonymously and we would ask them, and it went really well because I think we had a lot of questions being asked anonymously, so that was really great to see. If you guys want to know how that went or y'all want to see the recording, it is available on our YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube and type UHCL SGA in the search bar and it should pop up. So let us know if you have any thoughts on that, if you have any feedback, if you have any comments or questions. You can always email us at sga@uhcl.edu. If you want to participate in the next town hall, which will be on October 16th, I believe, from 10 a.m. to noon. If you would like to participate or have any feedback for that, reach out to your college senator or send us an email again at sga@uhcl.edu. The next thing I want to mention is that we still have our applications for Vice President of Outreach and Communication, as well as Vice President of Administration available. I've been getting a few emails asking me to explain the duties and the roles and responsibilities of these positions. It's all in the Constitution. So whenever you apply for these positions, I strongly suggest and encourage you guys to read over our Constitution, and specifically the section that lists out the roles and responsibilities of each position in the Executive Council. So highly recommend you guys do that. Let me check the chat. Okay. Again, for those of you guys who are joining us now, don't forget to put your organization name in the chat. Next up, we have Misty Woods. Is Misty here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, all right. So for committee recruitment, we are still looking for a couple education majors for the academic honesty panel. And it's a low commitment committee. You'd only be called upon when needed. However, it is a high responsibility on what you would be reviewing. Everything all right?
Yeah, sorry, I dropped my pen.
Okay, no worries. And we're also looking for students to be on the student conduct panel. We need at least 9 more students, but preferably more than that. And you would be doing the same thing as the academic honesty panel. So another low commitment committee where you would only be called upon when needed, but you would have a high responsibility because of what you would be reviewing. And then we also still need 2 one-year commitment representatives for the student fees and allocation committee. And if you have any questions about that, please feel free to email me. And we're also looking for people to help out on updating our Constitution, which is the Constitution Ad Hoc Committee. So far, we've only got 3 people help in the committee so far, so we need more people than that, because the more work we can divide among each other, the less work it's going to be for everybody. Currently, we're meeting on Fridays for about 1.5 or so hours. However, if you can't meet with us on Fridays, that's all right. Just let me know and email us that you'd like to be a part of that, and I'm willing to work with whatever you're willing to give.
Also, I just want to support Missy right here really quickly. I understand if a lot of you guys are not available to sign up for being on a committee, but you guys are organization representatives, so I would really appreciate, or it's actually your responsibility, to forward this message and these opportunities to members of your organization and let them know that there are many opportunities available for students to serve on committees, and this is an opportunity for them to use their voice as a student to make a change on campus and serve on committees that interest them. Same with the Constitution. We tried to, the Executive Council cohort for last year tried to pass a Constitution, and a lot of people were complaining because there weren't enough votes and there wasn't enough student involvement. And this is your opportunity to get involved and have an opinion instead of just complaining about the results. Come be a part of the change.
Yes, and y'all are going to be hearing about this every meeting until I get people coming to help us. So if you want me to stop bothering you about it, come help me. And also, before I get done, we are looking for the Piper Award Committee as well. We need one student from each college, and they only meet for a couple of days, but during those couple of days, it will be a high commitment. And for this committee, you will be helping choose which professor receives the Piper Award. So it can be something pretty cool to be a part of. All right, that's all my stuff.
Somebody asked in the chat where they apply for the Student Conduct Committee. I told them to email SGA.
You can either go on to Get Involved and fill out the the Student Representative Committee application on Get Involved, or you can send an email directly to the SGA email, and I'll take care of it.
All right, next up on our agenda, we have Miss Andrea from Pathways to STEM Careers.
Hi, good morning. My name is Andrea Alvarado. I am the advisor / program director for Pathways to STEM Careers. And yesterday I emailed all of the students, but Heba reached out and was so gracious to invite me to come speak really quickly about an event that we're having this Friday. So we are hosting
PowerPoint. Sorry, give me.
Oh no, you're fine. We're hosting Baylor College of Medicine's Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. So they're coming to talk about all of their PhD programs. It's not specifically about the medical. So if you're interested in being a medical doctor, this isn't they're not going to be talking about that program specifically. They will talk a little bit about the PhD MD program, but it's more for students who are interested in pursuing their PhD. Baylor has a really amazing program. They have endowments to cover tuition. They pay you to go to school. You get paid. There's benefits. And so their PhD program is really, there's a lot of opportunities there. And so it's going to be a really good information session. They came last year and talked to us about all of their programs. And then they also have opportunities to do internships and things over the summer to get you ready. So maybe you're not ready to apply just yet for the PhD programs. Well, there are other programs that they have in the summer. And so it's Friday the 18th at 12 p.m. So if you can't attend live, I'm going to check. I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to record it just yet. But if not, Baylor has other virtual recruitment efforts, and that link is in the info session. It's also posted on Get Involved. And so, yeah, so that's what we have this Friday. And then just to quickly kind of plug, we also have other STEM related events coming up the rest of the semester. So next week we're hosting a Google software engineer to come talk to us. And then we have other STEM related activities planned. Hopefully we'll do some cooking, chemistry cooking, and talking through the chemistry of cooking and things like that. So definitely if you're interested in anything STEM related, be sure to check us out. But yeah, so it's this Friday, and feel free to email me if you have any questions. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for coming to our meeting and speaking. Let's see, next up on our agenda, we have Brian Mills with the Campus Recreation Advisory Board. Mr. Mills, you here?
Good morning, SGA. Hope everybody has gone out and enjoyed some of this slightly cooler weather. So before I talk very briefly about the advisory board, I want to thank all the students who came out to the Onward movie last Thursday as part of Weeks of Welcome. For those who got to make it, we really enjoyed seeing people, which has been really nice. The weather was fantastic. For those who were unable to make it, you missed a really good event. The weather, like I said, was just about perfect. We had free popcorn and drinks from orientation, new student programs, student involvement and leadership. The entire event was paid for by Dr. Blake and the Office of the President, as well as Dr. Hart and the Office of the Vice President for Student Affairs. We are going to be reaching out to CAT, maybe even SGA, to see if anybody wants to do more of those movies. So fingers crossed, here we go. So briefly, I came in a little late, but it sounds like Misty was soliciting people for all sorts of different student opportunities to kind of raise and amplify the voices of students on campus. And so I'm kind of here to do the same thing. The Department of Campus Recreation and Wellness has what we call the Campus Recreation Advisory Board, or CRAB. This board is going into its third year. And to be honest, we've had a couple of highlights, but most of the time our committee has been very uninvolved, I guess is the best way to say it. And so we're looking to change that in the midst of a pandemic. So we'll see what happens. But we are soliciting students who are interested in having a voice directly with our Department of Campus Recreation and Wellness. And I'm actually going to put the link to this, to the application in the chat. So everybody has that. We've sent out 2 emails. The good news is that yesterday we had 0 applicants. This morning we have 15, which is good. So if anybody is still interested, that application is open until Wednesday. So tomorrow, at the close of business day, I will be reviewing applicants on Thursday. And then we have a student staff leadership team as part of our department. And those students are going to help make recommendations about all the people who applied, and then we'll be selecting out of that. But I'll be using the students from our student staff advisory board to kind of be the review and recommendation committee. So Troylon asked, what would those on the board be doing, discussing? So we meet once a month. Obviously, it'll be virtual for a while. What we've talked about in the past is I've shared more in-depth information about budgets, facilities. This board in the past has also helped provide guidance related to programming, hours of operation, special events that they would like to see done. We also have had subcommittees in the past that have provided some guidance on like very specific things. So in the past, like our non-student membership rates, so what we charge people who are not students, they used to provide information about that, as well as marketing, health and wellness services and things along those lines. So it's really a little bit of everything. Each meeting's a little bit different. And like I said, we always start off super strong in September, and then by October, November, most of the members in the past have just kind of disappeared. But we have had also some really standout members in the past. Colin Brock is one who has already applied and will more than likely be serving, but he actually became the chair of the advisory board last year, and he was amazing. I met with him every 2 weeks. And we had a co-chair named Mallory Moore, who was co-chair through the fall semester, but then she got hired by us and didn't want to do both. She thought it was a conflict of interest, so she stepped down from the chair, co-chair position on that. But yeah, if anybody has any specific questions about that, feel free to email me directly. But yeah, if you're interested, the advisory board is a great way to help give us some insight on campus rec and wellness and how we can be better for UHCL.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mills. Does anybody have any questions for him while we have him?
And yes, my mustache is still amazing. You're all welcome.
Well, if we have any questions, I'll direct them to you. But, oh, let's see. I think I just saw something. Oh, no. Everyone's laughing at your very funny joke.
I know, because I'm funny. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much. And next up, we have Alina Thomas from the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership with the upcoming events and office announcements.
Hello, everyone. Let me just quickly share my screen to the Get Involved page. All right. So I think most of you know that currently we are going through registration season. So if your org is undergoing the registration application, you do need to complete 2 workshops. So we do have 6 workshops left for this season. And by the way, the last day to register is September 25th at 5 p.m. So that's a Friday. So these are the dates and times for the upcoming workshops. So we do have one tomorrow at 12 p.m. And if you do go on the events page, you should be able to see all the upcoming dates and times for the following workshops. If you are unable to make it to the sessions, we understand, but please email us and specify your reason why, because this isn't really easy to host virtually. So we understand that it'll be hard for some people. So please email us so that we can schedule you in during our work schedule. All right, so next we have our voter registration every Monday. So the full-time staff of the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership are deputized. So that means that they can register anyone to vote, obviously who's a citizen. And so that would be in the Harris, Galveston, Montgomery, Brazoria, and Chambers County. Please don't forget to email us on getinvolved@uhcl.edu to make an appointment. So this does happen every Monday until October 5th, which is the last day to register. Again, all of these dates and times are available on Get Involved at the Get Involved events page. All right, oops, I escaped. What happened? My bad, everybody. All right, okay, next. All right, next we have the Constitution Day, which is on September 17th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. It is taking place on Zoom, and basically we're going to celebrate the adoption of the U.S. Constitution. All are welcome. You just have to select the join event online for you to access the Zoom session. And lastly, we do have the virtual LEDS workshops. These are basically leadership workshops that help you with professional development and personal leadership skills. It's open to everyone, and the first session will be taking place on September 23rd at 4 p.m. If you do have any questions, feel free to email us at studentorgs@uhcl.edu or getinvolved@uhcl.edu. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you, Alina. So for those of you guys who are here, I just want to say that I think that like just because we're in the middle of a pandemic does not mean you don't have to be involved anymore. You're still, paying tuition, and you still have access to so many campus resources. And a lot of our departments are trying to, do everything online so that way students can still stay engaged and safe at the same time. So I highly recommend you take advantage of all the resources that you have available to you and that you're already paying for. Your college experience and bang for your buck. All right, and with that, I think we have entered the open forum section of our meeting. So if you guys have any questions about anything or any concerns you would like to share, feel free to unmute your mic and turn on your camera and speak up, or go ahead and type something in the chat. Does anybody have anything? This part's always so awkward. Is everyone registered to vote? No voting?
Madam President, since no one else is going to say anything, there's no way for me to share my screen, correct?
Yeah, you can. I can make you co-host, I think.
Can you let me do that so I can share something with everyone for the good of the order?
Or actually, I think Alina or Troy, could you make Dr. Hart co-host so he could share his screen, please?
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can do it now. Okay, nope, not yet.
There you go. You should be able to do it now.
Try again, sir.
All right, perfect. Now, before I share my screen, I have to tell you the story behind this. Let me first say thank you all so much for participating in our Welcome Week. Dean Rakita has shared, along with the other staff across campus, that including touch points at the Welcome Week tables and also the events, we had over 1,700 touch points of participation. And it was great. So thank you all for coming out. Everyone has been asking about the t-shirts. And so I don't know if, oh, yep, Victoria is on the call. Special thanks once again to SGA and Victoria for our No Matter What, We're All Hawks shirts designs. Thank you all for coming to pick up the I Heart Mask UHCL shirts as well. within a 3-day period, all 2,000 shirts are gone. So that's amazing right there. I had a conversation with Victoria, and we want to use this as an opportunity to experiment and try some different things. So I say that to say we're going to order more shirts. And I don't know if can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So here's what we're going to do. The reason people like these shirts so much is because they were soft. The gray shirts went first because they were a special material called heathered. Well, we've worked with Southco and found that they have 4 other options for the soft shirts. So we're getting more shirts, but we're going to try a different color and style. So we're going to take all of these shirts. We're going to have our students tell us which ones they like for softness and color, and use this information moving forward. So as you can see, this is going to be the next iteration of the No Matter What, We're All Hawk shirts. It's a heathered navy blue, so sticking with the same concept as the last. But then we're also going to do a heathered frost blue as well with the same green print. We will have these shirts in 2 weeks, so we will be getting more shirts. We're going to go back with the heathered gray, which was the most popular of all of the mask shirts. And last but not least, we're going to also try a royal frost heathered blue with the green imprint. So just giving you an idea, these are the next iterations of our shirts. We will have these given out, and I do not want to steal Mr. Cardenas's thunder. So Patrick, if you're on the call, he will give you some news and let you know where we're going to be giving out this next set of shirts from. So Patrick, if you're on, take it away. But thank you all so much for really helping design these shirts. They are wonderful. And we're going to make sure that these shirts are part of our history moving forward, providing these shirts for our students for years to come. So I just want to let you know these are here to stay. Say it again.
Can I get one? I still don't have one.
I have pulled some to the side for when you come to campus for the SGA exec board. And so just come to my office and grab some, and I'll pull some of these as well. Okay.
Yay, thank you.
Dr. Hart, they look amazing. Thank you so much.
Look at this. I really like this new color that we're going to try for the next iteration.
I love it. I want to wear it at the
Yes.
SGA meeting. So
Those are going to be so nice. So
They are excellent.
Come grab them. And Patrick, are you on the call?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, so Patrick's going to give you more news. And thank you, Patrick, for everything you did to make this happen. And I'm going to turn it over to Patrick.
So everybody here, you're hearing it first before we're able to really successfully market out to the campus community about the soft open of our new Student Organization Center and Lounge. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, while still adhering to protocols and guidelines regarding the pandemic, the Student Organization Center and Lounge is now open to the students from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. That's our soft open. We will wait until the conclusion of the registration season to really start assigning the carrel spaces in the back, as we are still trying to make sure we can socially distance everybody. And so we do want to encourage everybody here, both here in this meeting and obviously through word of mouth, to make sure and share with the students on campus and let them know that while they're on campus between 10 and 4 Monday through Friday, to stop by the Student Organization Center and Lounge to take a peek or take a look or just utilize the space. We do have stickers in place to ensure that everybody is safely social distancing. We will start to have student safety ambassadors stopping by as well to make sure the space is safe. We have student staff from the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership that are available in the facility. We really encourage you all to take advantage of this opportunity. We've all worked really hard to get to this point to offer this type of space for our students, and specifically our student organizations, to actually have a home where they can really thrive within their student groups. So with that said, let's also remember that we are in the registration season. Many of you here may or may not have your organization renewed for the 2020-2021 year, or you may know of other students that need to re-register their organizations or start a new group. Because you have to all remember that when we are in this unique situation, virtual connections are our go-to to ensure that the University of Houston Clear Lake community is still connected and students still receive a sense of belonging through affiliation, through student organizations and programs. And even though we're doing all this virtually, we still are offering these opportunities. So we definitely want everybody, I'm kind of speaking to the choir here because we have a lot of very passionate student leaders here at SGA, but we are asking everybody here in this room to share in that story about having and encouraging the student body to connect with all of us virtually through student organizations, through Division of Student Affairs programs and offices, as well as university services across campus. So definitely share in that testimony and that importance of still remaining connected virtually. And don't forget to stop by the Student Organization Center and Lounge, which will be the next location where the shirts will be handed out. Details on that soon.
Now, why this is important is because, as Patrick mentioned, you'll need to come to the lounge to pick up a shirt. Now, the last iteration of shirts during Welcome Week went to all faculty, staff, and students as it was funded by the university. This next iteration of shirts that you must come to the lounge to pick up will only be provided for students. And so we will figure out some way to have an electronic roster because it's only one shirt per student. But these shirts right here in this new design with the new colors will be for students only.
Nice. Thank you so much, Dr. Hart. I am so excited for these shirts, and according to the chat, it looks like everybody's also really excited for these shirts. People are saying they're soft and nice. I'm so happy y'all like them. So that wraps up our open forum. Can y'all see my screen? Yes. So with that, I will adjourn this meeting. Wait, I have to read the closing remarks. I'm sorry, I got a little too excited. The next virtual SGA meeting will be held on September 22nd, 2020. Please be present no later than 11:20 a.m. to be let into the session so we can begin promptly at 11:30 a.m. To schedule agenda time, i.e. student organization announcements, staff, and university announcements, etc., a completed request form must be submitted on the SGA website by 12 p.m. noon on Wednesday, September 16th, 2020. Online forms are on www.uhcl.edu/SGA. For all my student org reps out there, please remember that you guys still have the opportunity to make announcements if you are interested. If you guys want to recruit new members or anything like that, fill out a request to speak form on our website. We'd be happy to accommodate you. And with that, the quote of the day is "Spread love everywhere you go" by Mother Teresa, and the meeting is adjourned. It's so loud every time. Thank you all so much for coming.